Chris, I'm really excited about this awkward story because I feel like this isn't just one person struggling with this. I feel like this is something that many people have experienced.
Oh, well, I don't know if based on the description, because I have not seen this story, I don't think I've personally experienced this, but I don't know
Okay.
what it is. So here, why don't you read it? Because you put it in here and you know what's going on. So why don't you take the reading duties?
Okay, here we go.
There you go. Slide those bifocals down. There you go.
Let me, I gotta increase the font. Give me just a second. Okay, here we go. My wife and I have been married for 5 years. All this time, we have been on my in law's cell phone plan. They have a family plan, and there are actually 6 people on it: me and my wife, both of her parents, and her 2 siblings. For the past 5 years, her parents have made the monthly payment. We then split the phone bill evenly between the 6 of us and pay our in laws each month for our share of the bill. My wife and I pay for our portions, which are $70 each or $140 total. Last week, we received information about bundling our cell phone and internet to save money. I decided to compare the new offer with what we are currently paying our in laws. I logged into our current cell phone plan and was not happy with what I discovered. As it turns out, both of her parents have insurance on their phones, and my wife's siblings have their phones on payment plans. The total bill is being split 6 ways, even though my wife and I do not have insurance on our phones and we have paid for our phones outright. This means that a portion of what we're paying is going to their insurance or cell phone payments. I did the math, and we have been overpaying our in laws by $600 each year.
Mm.
I'm angry and want to ask everyone to pay us back. I feel like we have been cheated out of our money. My wife, on the other hand, wants to keep the peace. She is okay with us moving on to our own phone plan, but doesn't want to ask to be reimbursed. For the record, my in laws are not struggling financially, and they are even helping support her siblings to an extent. We don't ask for money, but I feel like they should pay us back for this, even if it's just for the past year. What do you think we should do? Talk to her in laws about it or ignore it and move on?
Oh, okay. This is a good one. Okay, I didn't know what was going on, so okay, I can see how people have experienced something similar to this before.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. Okay, I want to know what you think.
oh. Do you want me to just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and just say what it is I
Do
think
it.
about this?
Say it. Say it.
All right.
Rip that Band-Aid off that burnt cheese knee. Tell us what you think.
Let me look. All right. So what the cheese is telling me is that you got to let this one go. I think this is you just got to let this one go. This I equate to a going out to eat situation, right? You go out to eat at a restaurant with a group. Inevitably, it's going to get split equally between everybody. And there's no way you all bought equal amounts of food. Like it's going to be all over the place. From the person who bought like a $10 salad to the person who got like a $35 steak. People got alcohol, some people didn't. It's gonna be all over the place, right? You got appetizers to share for the whole table. It never gets split up equally and fairly. It gets split up equally, but just not based off of what you actually ordered. And this is kind of like that. Like if you were still on the plan, then yeah, I would talk to them and say, hey, you know, can we adjust this, or I'm just gonna leave. But I don't think you can ask for the money back at this point because it's too late now. After the fact, you gotta just let that one go.
Okay, so Scroggy Mama just said in the Discord, see, this is what happens when you're part of Patreon. You can tell us what you think. And she says, y'all got played.
Basically.
Well, here's what I have to say. I have to say that but this is like this happened continuously though. $600 each month, and let's just
No, each year, right?
each year,
Not month.
sorry, $600 each year is a lot of money. I don't know, but like I don't feel like you're spending that much on going out to restaurants with friends and covering other people's costs.
I mean, but that's $50 a month, right? Roughly.
Yeah, $50 a month.
25 per person.
Okay.
It's not like, look, I'll take $600. I'm not saying I'm going to give someone $600 and not care. That's a lot of money. But at the same time, what type of discount were they getting? Like, how much would are they saying that they wouldn't looked at how much it would have been for 2 phone lines? And for just the 2 of them, and that was the $600 difference between what it was for their portion of the group phone plan, I guess we want to say.
I don't know.
Or is it what they should? That's the difference. Like if they went back and calculated what they should have been paying in the group family plan, and they realized that they paid $600 a year more, that's one thing.
That's what it is.
Okay, but if it
$600 more a year. is what they've been paying, because that's their portion that they've been paying towards insurance. So $50 a month, they're paying $120 a month. No,
That's
$140 a month.
that's what the two of
Something.
them are paying.
50 of that every month is going to insurance or siblings phone plans, like to pay off the phone. Which, by the way, speaking of phones, Kaylee, our beloved Kaylee, just texted me. She has us on the big screen
Oh wait, I
of
get.
her
Look at that.
TV,
I
and
have.
she's drinking a White
Hold on,
Claw.
how to make you bigger on here? I'm going through everyone. There we go.
Look
Look
at
at that.
that.
Well, her and Scruggy Mama. When I see that, I'm like, look at that. We made it, Allison. We're on TV.
It might be YouTube, but we did it. It might be a streaming service that anyone can get on, but that's okay.
Hey, it's still a TV, all right.
Yes,
Okay.
shout out to Kaylee.
Shout out
Okay, so
hey, Kaylee.
back to this.
Yeah, but this is what I
To
want to say,
me-
Allison. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I just had to jump in and say this because they're comparing what what really is their fair portion of the bill to what they ended up paying. But I would be comparing it to what you would have paid if you had got the cell phone service on your own. Are you still
No.
overpaying in that situation? Because for two
No.
people, $100 plus dollars is pretty normal for two people on a phone plan together.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. But the way I see it is they have been overpaying $50 a month for the past 5 years. Let's just say for the past 1 year.
Okay.
They have been overpaying that because they have been paying for someone else's like insurance and someone else's phone to pay off someone's phone.
That's true. That's true.
So here's the deal. The husband wants to get the money back. He wants to confront them and get the money back and thinks they should be repaid. And so does Logan. Logan says, get the money back.
And LaToya.
And LaToya, get the money back is what I think she's saying, right? And I don't think necessarily I don't know. I'm trying to think what would level-headed Allison do and what would emotional Allison do? Because they wouldn't do the same thing. Like emotional Allison would be like, I want you to know. I don't necessarily want your money back, but I want you to know that I should get my money back.
I've been wronged.
But then level-headed Allison is like, let it go, right? That's how I feel. Like it depends, I think, on that. And I think that might be why this is hard for the husband in this situation. It's because he's looking at this from emotions. And this is also why a lot of money situations we encounter are hard, because we're looking at them through emotions. And it's a lot easier for you and I to say, just get over it. It's not a big deal.
I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm saying that it's too late now. It's going to be you're going to cause more problems trying to get $600 back. Or $1,200. I don't know how many years this was. It's going to be more awkward trying to get the money back than just letting it go at this point. You can still tell them, but you got to just let it go. You can't be like, I'm going to take you to small claims court and get my $600 back.
Well, and it doesn't help though. And speaking of the emotions, and Logan just brought this up in the comments, is it also doesn't help that the parents are already supporting the other siblings. So I can see why this couple and why this person feels frustrated. I can definitely see, I feel like their feelings are validated. I feel like I would feel the same way. However, I also don't think that they're going to get the money back. And I don't think it's worth the battle. Is this the hill you want to die on? Is this the battle you really want to go through? That's the question here.
Yeah, Scroggy Mama in Discord, she said, y'all got played, suck it up. But here's the thing. I'm gonna take the opposite side of this, Allison. I think we're coming at this from different perspectives, and I think that this wasn't intentional. I think they did what most people do. You get a bill, you divide it by the number of people, especially if you're talking about parents. I don't know if this person was writing it is around our age, it means their parents are maybe in their 50s, 60s, maybe even early 70s. They're not going through doing an itemized reconciliation of that bill. They're like, oh, the bill was $300 divided by 6 people. Here you go. Everyone give me your cut. They're not going through. They probably don't even understand how that's laid out in the bill. So I don't think it's malicious. I mean, being honest, if my parents,
this is ageism.
If my parents got this bill, they would just be like, well, here's your cut. They're not going to go through. I would make a spreadsheet and I'd be
Of
like,
course you
this is your
would.
portion. I've gone through and broke out the taxes and fees proportionately to every person. And here's what you owe. That's what I would do. And I've done that in the past. But most people aren't going to go through the effort of that. So I don't think it's malicious. That's why I'm leaning towards just kind of, you got to let it go.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? You don't agree with me.
It's not that I don't agree with you. It's not that I don't agree with you.
It's not that I don't agree with you. I just think that what you're saying is wrong and I don't like it.
It's not that I don't agree with you. It's that I want the in-laws to know that they did something wrong. But then I also have to say, Allison, that's the immature side of you. Like, I have to see, like, I
But
think
did
that
they
it's
do something wrong though?
okay, you're right. They maybe okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Maybe you're right. Maybe we just have to have the best like outlook on them and say, okay, this was not intentional. And when you look at it from that, it's a lot easier to let go. But when you look at it from, oh, they knew all along and they're helping the siblings and we're getting paying more, that's when it's hard to let it go. So I guess the person who wrote in with this story needs to ask themselves, how do they want to look at this? How do they want to approach the situation? And then also, what's going to help them be the most sane in this entire thing? Like, was that your phone going off?
No.
Oh, that was my phone going off.
Put your phone on silent. Come
Well,
on
actually,
now.
I think it's that thing over there, which I'm going to talk about later, going off. But I don't remember what I was saying. But Logan
Read his comment. What did he say?
Logan just comes up and says, "This is why Logan probably doesn't have any in-laws, or he should be happy he doesn't have any in-laws." Logan says, "Cell phone bills have existed for over 30 years. They know that some of them have insurance and others don't. Look, see, maybe this is like what I feel like Logan sent this in.
I know this is secretly he's trying to get some answers. Here's the thing. Here's my rebuttal to all of this. Right, another one on the list of rebuttals I have. They were okay with paying this until they went and looked at other cell phone plans. So they agreed. They knew how much they were paying every month. It wasn't a surprise, right? And they were okay with what that dollar amount was. They felt to them it was a better deal doing this than getting their own plan, right? Like they
Or
could
a more convenient deal.
Yeah, it was convenient. Maybe it was cost savings for them. So they just decided to just go ahead and go with it. And at that point, it's only because now you think back like, oh, maybe I should have been paying less based off of the real numbers. But you're okay with it all along. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, just let it go. You were fine with it. You kind of can't go back now and change history.
Now, what if they were to instead go into the in-laws' house and like subtly steal toilet paper over the next 10 years to amount to the cost, just like one roll at a time to amount to the cost of the savings?
Do you know how much toilet paper you have to steal to get $600 back? That's a lot of toilet paper.
Not a lot these days.
That's a lot of toilet paper. I don't know what brand you're getting.
These days.
I get like
I get the good stuff.
I get the good stuff. I get it shipped from Amazon every month.
Of course you do.
And it's like
subscribe and save.
It's on subscribe and save, and it's like $25 a month.
How much you get?
It's like 4 6-packs in there.
How much are you using?
It's just on automatic repeat, so it's just sometimes we end up with like more than we need. But
okay,
that's a lot of toilet paper you got to steal to get $600 back.
All I know is if anyone wants to steal toilet paper, go to Chris's house because he has extra.
Won't even notice it.
So I don't know. And okay, so Scroggy Mama also says the siblings could have added to the phones without asking the parents. I don't know.
Wait, what did you say here?
Siblings could have added. She says that the siblings could have added to the phones, like rolled it in without the parents noticing. I feel like they would notice that.
If they gave them like the pin, yeah, you would notice the bill popping up though.
Yeah. Unless you think like Chris, where you just think they don't even know how to even get online. Look, they must be in their 50s or 60s. Do they even have a computer?
I'm not saying all people in their 50s and 60s can't look at a cell phone bill and break it out, but I think it's just natural for people to say, look, this is the bill, this is how many people, divide it up, fair and square, boom, we're all set. I don't feel that this was malicious. It could be. I don't know these people. They could be like, we're going to make these people subsidize our other kids that we like better. Like, I could be one of those situations, but I don't know. It just feels like it's not.
Yeah. Latoya also said, Scroggy Mom also said they could start decreasing what they give the in-laws by $10 a month until they get to $50 less and see when and if the parents say anything. That is risky because I feel like they could just cut you off of your phone bill.
They're going to be like, where's the rest of our money at? We've noticed that you've been giving us less and less. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think you gotta let it go.
I will say that the mature side of me that is going to like not die on this hill will tell the person like, just let it go. Look at this as a learning experience and say, okay, like I'm going to make sure I have boundaries and I don't like share bills with anyone other than, my spouse, like not even family, but just my spouse, my partner. So saying that, and then just looking at this as a learning experience.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Or you just don't give them Christmas gifts this year.
No, see, don't listen to Allison. This is gonna get bad for you. You're going down a bad road here.
I know. You're so right. I am. You're right. I am. Chris is like, this is not healthy, Allison.
Don't do this. Because here's the thing, like these people, look, I'm not saying they didn't get ripped off. Like, yes, they were paying more than they should have. I 100% agree with that. But they were okay for I don't know how long paying whatever they were asked to pay. They felt it was fine. They didn't feel like they were being ripped off all these years. Mm-hmm. If you had a problem with it, you kind of had to have said it while it was going on. Now that you're leaving, to me, the cleanest way is just be like, well, that sucks. I should have paid attention. But I paid what I felt was a fair price all these years. I'm leaving now, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Good luck to all the rest of you. Like that, you gotta just treat it like that.
Wow, who knew that Chris would be the one with the level head here?
I'm always the voice of reason on this podcast.
I'm
always the voice of reason.
Usually you're the devil's advocate. Usually yes, and these things you're like, you take the other stance, and I'm the one that's like, just accept it and move on.
I can tell you this: I've never said anything along the lines of slowly steal toilet paper. Go back and make sure that they know how they wronged you. Don't give them a Christmas gift. Like I don't think I've ever gone that far on the opposite side of things.
Maybe I've watched too much like toxic TV lately, and it's just like getting into my brain.
It's rotting your mind, Allison. It's rotting your mind.
Oh goodness. Well, this was a good one because I feel like this can be applied to, obviously like phone bills, but I'm sure there's other things that it could be applied to too. Like you said, with the restaurants, or I know that some people will have their kids on like car insurance for a while, things like that. And it can get a little bit gray.
Yeah, it can. And I got to share this comment because this is in the vein of this, but a little bit different. So Logan said, he makes sure, referring to me, he makes sure I pay my fair share at lunch or dinner, by the way. And I want to just confirm that, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Because you try. You try to make Logan pay more.
No, here's the thing. We go out to eat.
Logan's like, no.
No. Let me explain what happens here, Allison. We go out to eat. I don't drink. He drinks. He loves a good beer. He loves a fancy, snobby beer.
Logan and I and you should all go out to dinner and we'll drink fancy snobby beers and then we'll make you pay the whole bill.
Oh,
Both of us will leave our wallets at home.
I'm walking out. But this is what happens. He gets like two $8 beers and then we both get a meal and I'm sitting there like, he's got twice the amount of money spent on this bill. And the first time he got me and I was like, hold on, this doesn't seem right. So I made it a point. Whenever we go out, we have another friend named Paul who we go out with. And we'll go there. We went to Korean barbecue not that long ago, Allison. And I sat there and I turned the receipt over and I made a detailed breakdown of what everybody ordered. I split the tax up proportionately. I split the tip up proportionately. And I said, this is what you owe, Logan. And it's always $10 to $15 more than everybody else because of all the beer he's buying. So, yeah.
Wait, but here's my question. Can you guys not ask the server to split
They won't split it 3 ways. That's always the problem. They'll split it 2 ways, but they won't do 3 ways.
So in Texas, they'll split it however many, like if there's 6 people.
I don't think it's a Texas thing. I think it's a restaurant thing. Every place is a little bit different.
It's a state thing, I think.
You think it's a state law? Like, we don't allow you.
It's a bougie thing.
No, there's certain places that will and there's certain places that won't. Like, it depends on if they feel like doing it. I think they just say, we don't want to do this. But the specific Korean barbecue place, they're like, no, give us two cards is what you get, and you figure it out amongst yourselves. So yeah, Logan, I make sure you pay your fair share. I'm not paying for your beers that I didn't drink. Get out of here. Move that comment.
Golly. Well, this took an interesting turn. On that note, thank you to the person who wrote in with their story. I hope that you feel just a little bit more at peace with where you have found yourself in this awkward situation. And I hope that you don't let it dictate your relationship from here on out, and that you can kind of let go of it the way Chris said, and just kind of learn from this lesson.
Exactly. So don't listen to any of Allison's advice she gave. Just ignore anything she said in this episode. But
you should just go in, and when you edit this, or when we have Steve edit this, we should just have him delete everything I say.
Just cut all of it out. It's just gonna be me.
Only talking.
Today we have a solo episode from Chris.